Hello, I'm Denise Schwieger, a banking and capital markets tax partner at PwC. This is PwC Tax Insights in brief.
And I am Ellen Rotenberg, also a banking and capital markets tax partner here at PwC.
I'm sure many of you have seen the bill passed by the House of Representatives, the One Big Beautiful Bill. There are several provisions relevant to BCM clients, and today we'll walk through those. Now, these are the provisions passed by the House. There may be additional changes to these provisions as the bill gets taken up by the Senate.
Yes, Denise, there's certainly a lot to cover here. Let's begin with what's not included in the proposal, items many of us had expected to see. For instance, there is no mention of a corporate tax rate increase, no limitation on the corporate, state, and local tax deduction, no elimination of the tax exemption for credit unions, no increase in the excise tax on stock buybacks, and no permanent extension of the look-through rules. With that said, we should continue to watch the progression of the bill as some of these items may come up again, in particular, the increase in the stock buyback excise tax.
And there are a few provisions that are helpful for our banking clients. For example, a return of Section 174 expensing and bonus depreciation through 2029. The bill would permanently extend and slightly modify the current preferential rates on GILTI and FDII, and would slightly increase the current BEAT rate for tax years beginning after December 31st, 2025. Under the TCJA, we were expecting a rate increase for GILTI and BEAT, and a decrease in the FDII benefit. While the House bill does increase the GILTI and BEAT rates and reduces the FDII benefit, the changes in the House bill aren't as onerous as they would have been if the provisions of the TCJA weren't modified. So this is good news for multinational financial institutions who were anticipating the scheduled rate increase.
There are, however, a few provisions that we'll need to keep our eye on and consider the potential impact. For instance, 162M is modified under the bill. Members of a controlled group that compensate the same executive need to aggregate the total compensation when applying the $1 million deduction limitation. There is also a floor of 1% on charitable contributions while retaining the 10% cap on charitable contributions. There are changes to the Inflation Reduction Act credits. Many financial institutions either sell or purchase certain IRA credits. The bill would curtail certain credits enacted by the IRA and revise the phase out of others, and effectively repeal transferability of certain credits for any projects which begin construction 2 years after the date of the enactment of the bill. The bill also has strict rules for any projects which receive material assistance from a prohibited foreign entity. Banks that have invested in or traded transferable IRA credits will need to assess their participation in these markets if the proposed changes are enacted. This is one provision, potentially of many, where there may be some movement when the bill is taken up by the Senate.
There are a few other provisions in the bill that we should highlight, namely the new Section 4475 excise tax on remittance transfers and a new retaliatory tax under Section 899.
That's a good point. Financial institutions who are remittance transfer providers will need to move quickly to develop systems and processes to comply with the new excise tax on remittance transfers.
And our inbound financial institutions will need to assess the potential impact of Section 899, particularly if the financial institution is headquartered in a jurisdiction that imposes a UTPR or a digital services tax.
Right. In summary, the House-passed bill introduces a mix of extensions, rollbacks, and structural shifts that could significantly affect banking and capital markets clients, from clean energy credits and international tax measures to interest deductibility, investment incentives, and R&D expensing. There's a lot to assess.
We'll continue monitoring developments as the bill progresses through the Senate and a final stage of getting both the House and Senate to agree on one identical final bill. We're here to help you evaluate how these changes might affect your business and tax planning strategies. For more details, read the PwC FS Tax Insight. Thanks for watching PwC's Tax Insights in Brief. Please look out for the Banking and Capital Markets audio blogs to keep you informed, where we'll take a deeper dive into the details. Thank you.